evening, Blazers fans. Laurie coming to you live from the Tony Graham Recreation Complex in Canada, where your Blazers are taking on the A4 tonight. We've got a few missing players, including our goaltender. And I don't know the call-ups goaltender. We'll call him Bob. The Blazers with an early opportunity. The pass goes right through the slot, and the A4 sends this long. No ice is going to be called here as Jack chases this down behind Bob's goal line, makes a move around one, crosses, sends a pass cross ice. Nobody there but ice. A4 defense puts this behind their goaltender. Takes a pause and skates it out, tries to clear the zone. Blazers keep it in. Eli with a shot that goes off the defense and is held on by the A4 goalie. If anybody knows the name of this young man, he's a U18B call-up. That's as much information as I got. We've also got two skaters, Jacob wearing number 20 tonight and Owen number 3. Face off in the A4 zone is won by the Blazers, but the A4 grab hold of the puck, try to clear it on the near boards. Blazers can't quite keep this in as Tristan in his own zone. A4 pop the puck out. Trevor, we haven't seen Trevor in a while, steps over the blue line. He's looking for Gavin. That goes up to the near point. Tristan is there working. He puts it down into the corner for Trevor. That's popped away by the A4 and out of the zone. A4 puts this in deep and got to go looking for it. Blazers clear the zone. Gavin skates it up ice. Gets his stick checked and that clears the zone, and the A4 turns it around. A4 puts the puck in deep. Number 18 is not Caden Orr today. I don't know who's wearing number 18. Maybe that's Owen. On the near boards now, we've got battle along the boards, and I think that's a penalty coming up against the A4. Clark draws the penalty along the boards. So with 8 minutes to go in the first period, 0-0 is still the score, and the Blazers go to the power play. Goody takes it face off, puts it back for Clark. Clark pops it onto the near side for the winger. Back up to Clark. Oh, no, that doesn't get quite to Clark until it clears the zone. And Clark skates it up ice on the near side, steps over the blue line. Can't get through, but Carter's there waiting for it, takes a shot, and that's held on to. Good, he takes the draw again inside the A4 zone. A4 wins it this time. This gets by Clark as Jack skates this down into his own zone. Finds Goody at neutral ice. Goody puts it off the far side, but that's flipped back inside by the A4 to kill a little more penalty time. Behind Bob. I'm sure his name's not Bob. Sorry, buddy. And the Blazers clear the ice, clear the zone. Flip back inside. Clark is there. Looking for Carter. This goes off his skates a couple times, and A4 clear it. Clark is there again. Clark makes a nice move, steps over the blue line. Makes a move around the defense, picks up his own puck, can't get a shot off. On the near side, the A4 got a stick on it. Jack turns it around. He puts it up for Parker. Parker in the high slot. Little wrister, nice save. Parker again. Looking for Daniel on the near side. A4 clear it for Tristan. Tristan puts it up for Parker at center ice. He steps over the blue line, cuts to the slot, shot goes to the side of the net. Goalie wasn't sure where that went, couldn't hear anything. It hit the mesh. Parker again from the short side, pass in front, backhand, scores! Parker to Daniel. And the backhand made the goalie move across, but he couldn't get there in time. Blazers are up 1-0 with 6:10 to go in the first period on the power play goal. Got a text from coach on the bench. I've got the players' names and numbers now. Blazers win the draw. They put it back into their zone. Clear the zone with the A4, pop it back in. The Blazers try to pass across to the far side. That didn't quite work out. Owen sends it cross ice for Tristan. Tristan puts it back up to Owen. Long shot from the blue line. Nice blocker save by the opposing goaltender. Trevor for Owen. Owen with a long shot. That's put into the near corner. Daniel puts it behind the net for Eli. Eli's held up. Looking for Daniel again on the near side. The A4 regain possession below their goal line. Look for the breakout pass. Owen pinches. Keeps it in. Trevor doesn't let the A4 out of their zone. Drop pass for Owen. Owen. Little pass for Eli below the goal line. Eli gets held up but manages to come out with it. Eli from short range with a backhand that goes high and out of play. 4:48 to go in the first period. 1-0 Blazers. We've got Wyatt at number 16, Owen at 18, Jacob number 4, and that makes more sense now. Jacob number 4, and Caden is the name of our goalie. It's not Bob at all. Kobo puts a shot that goes behind the net. Gavin looks for somebody in the slot. That's broken up by the A4. A4 behind their net, up to the hash marks on the far side. That goes off of a A4, and Clark picks this up behind his goaltender, puts it for Gavin. Gavin for Jack. Jack. Ooh! Looks for the pass up the centerman, but they don't connect. That trickles back down onto Caden, and the the Blazers try to clear the zone. A4 keep it in. Jack behind Caden. Dipsy doodling. Looks for Goody, but they don't connect, and A4 from the point puts it to the near side. Scores. Goalie got most of that, but it trickled in 5-hole to tie it up at 1. 3:48 to go in the first. Jacob steps over the blue line. Not Carter at all, but his brother, and that's turned around by the A4, who send it up to the blue line, step into the attacking zone, looking for the pass in front. Tristan breaks it up. A4 again, almost got a stick on it. From the high slot, the Blazers get a grip of it, but that's turned around by the A4. Goody now in his own zone. Pass across for Owen. Owen for Wyatt. Wyatt steps over, but they're offside. 1-1 with 3:06 to go in the first. Face off just outside the A4 zone. Parker steps over the line. It's dropped for Eli. Eli puts it down behind the net. Daniel is there, battling. Daniel with the pass in front. That goes through to Clark. Clark winds up, puts a little toss on towards the net, but that's in the skates of the defender. Parker comes out with the puck with a shot. Goalie got a piece of that, and that went out of play. 2:39 remaining in the first. Score is tied at 1. Parker takes the face-off in the A4 zone. A4 wins it. Kept inside by Jack, but not for long as that bobbles out of the zone. A4 turns on the jet, steps over the blue line. Pushed to the outside by Jack. Clark finds the puck behind the net. Battle there is picked off by Parker. Puts on some speed through the neutral zone. Tries to split the defender as he does. He takes a shot as he's falling, but that goes high. Clark keeps the puck inside, puts it into the near corner. Parker can't get a shot off. Clark again on the near boards. Backhand to the slot. That trickles through. Gavin puts the forecheck on. The A4 clear the puck and skate it up ice. A4 flip this in down behind Caden. Jack is there. Puts it up the boards. That bobbles up to the blue line, but it's kept in. Blazers clear the puck, but it's turned back around on the change. That'll be icing called against the A4. 1:26 to go in the first period. Score is tied at 1. Face off in the A4 zone. Trevor will take the drop. Not cleanly won. Battle on the near boards. The A4 clear the zone, pop it cross ice, step over the blue line. Can't get around the defense with a nice poke. Back into the neutral zone. Flipped back inside by the A4, and here comes Owen. Owen steps over the blue line. It's pushed out into the corner, and the puck is stripped away by the A4, who skate it through the neutral zone. Drop pass, lots of room with a shot, crossbar high and out of bounds. .49 seconds remaining in the first. Score is tied at 1. Face off to Caden's right, inside the Blazers zone. A4 win it. Look for a pass. That's broken up by the Blazers. Kept inside by the A4. A4 on the near boards now. Step high to the high slot. Lots of room. Shot. Nice save. Wyatt tries to clear the puck. Kept inside. Another long shot, and that's pounced upon by Caden. 26 seconds to go in the first. 1-1's the score. Face off to Caden's left. Jack gets the puck, puts it up for Wyatt. Wyatt tries to clear it, turned around by the A4 at the blue line. Wyatt battling in the corner. A4 comes out with it, loose puck, picked up by the Blazers. They can't quite clear it, and there's the buzzer. For the first period, 1-1 is the score after 1 period of play. Okay, as we get set up for the second period, we've got 10 minutes on the clock. Caden between his pipes. 1-1 is the score. Parker takes the face-off at center ice. Eli on his left, Daniel on his right. Clark and Jack are your defenders. A4 wins the draw to kick off the second period. Pops it to the far side, turned around by Jack. That trickles back to the A4 zone, and the A4 is there to swing it to the near side. A4 steps over the blue line. Put to the outside by Jack. Pass to the point, shot! That didn't get through traffic cleanly. A little short side shot is poked away. Eli steps out of the zone. Pass is broken up by the A4, and the A4 step over the blue line, flicked out by Jack, back inside. Jack has got some room to move. He takes a couple steps, puts it behind Daniel, who handles that nicely. Daniel steps over the blue line, feeds Eli in the slot, but he's tied up. Parker gets a shot off, nice save. Back for Jack. Jack dipsy doodles, fires, and that goes wide. That goes to Clark. Clark puts it back in the corner for Daniel. Daniel's double teamed and pops up for Clark again. Clark for Eli in the far corner. Some nice passing, but that escapes the zone, and here comes the A4. A4 steps over the line, loses it. Clark picks up the loose puck, goes for a rush on his backhand, circles in the near corner. Finds Daniel on the pass, back to Clark. Clark looking for the feed, but that's off a stick and burbles long. Hell of a back check by Wyatt. He puts it up the boards and puts some speed on. Oh, that was Trevor, sorry. A4 get a hold of the puck and send this deep. No icing is called here. Tristan skates it out from behind the net. A4 is there. A4 with a flip pass to the near side. Poke back into the corner. Inside the Blazers zone. A4 comes out with it, puts it up to the left point. A4 with a shot. That hits a player and doesn't get far. As Tristan lobs this out of the zone. Kobo puts the forecheck on. Gavin pokes this deep. Goaltender plays the puck to the near side. Owen with the long shot is stopped in front. A4 on the far boards. Clear the puck. Owen is there. He turns, has a look. Boys are still offside, so he flips it in deep. 7:15 to go in the second. 1-1 is the score. So A4 gains some speed through the neutral zone. Good poke by Wyatt. A long pass. No icing is called here. Oh. Got a penalty called. No, just icing. Okay. Thought I saw him give the body checking sign there, but I misread. 6:58 to go in the second. 1-1 is the score. Take the face off to Caden's right. Blazers win the draw, pop the puck out of the zone. Jacob Brown battles for it. The A4s come out with it. A4 with the pass across. A little back and forth in the neutral zone here. This is dumped in as Jack has got a race for it. A4s are there. Good battle by Jack, puts it up the near boards, nothing but A4 to keep it back in. Behind the net now, Jack flips it into the corner and battles. Back for Goody to Jack, up the near boards. Jack skates the puck out of the zone. Puts it back for his defensive partner, Clark. Clark has a look. Ooh, that's off a skate. Drop pass. Pass across the slot. Nice passing, a shot. Oh, what a save by Caden. Ooh, that was some fancy passing by the A4s. I liked it. 6:03 to go in the second period. 1-1's the score. Blazers win the draw. A4's got a stick on it, skated into the low slot, and that's picked off. Parker weaves his way through the neutral zone, through the defense. A backhand trickles past the net. The bobbling puck is up for Owen. Owen tries to put it back down in the corner. That's poked away. He's got a race for it. He's lost his stick. Blazers behind their own goal line now. So Carter puts that across for Parker. Parker steps over the blue line. Winds up, fires off the shin pad. Tristan, I said Carter. Tristan takes a shot. That bobbles through some traffic and the rebound. Can't get it on net. Daniel from the blue line takes a shot and that sails high. Tristan from the far boards puts it back down into the corner for Eli. Eli tries to feed the slot, but that's off a stick, and Daniel's got to chase it back in the neutral zone. Puts it back for Tristan. Tristan off the boards for Eli. Eli pops the puck ahead. That was off the change, and here comes Daniel. Daniel steps over the blue line. He's got Trevor with him, but he's held up. We've got a penalty coming up here against the white jerseys for hooking. 4:32 remaining in the second period. 1-1 is the score as the Blazers go to the power play. Face off in the A4 zone. Trevor puts it down behind the net. A4 slaps it back the far side. Clark is there, but outside the zone. Battle in front of the Blue Jerseys bench. Kobo flips this in deep. A4 is there, looking for the breakout pass on the far board, but Kobo gets a hold of it, turns and fires. Nice save. A4 is sending this into the neutral zone. Jack is there. DDD pass to Clark. Clark steps over the blue line, can't get through the traffic. Turned around by the A4. Jack pinches. This gets by him. Trevor's there to help out. Trevor puts it, skates it back to his own blue line. Jack puts it ahead. A4 is there. A4 flips this in deep. Clark gets there in time. Clark in his own zone in the near corner. Sent up for Gavin. Flipped back inside by the A4. Clark in his own zone, looking for Gavin, but the pass goes behind him and trickles onto the opposing goaltender, who plays it off for his defenseman. Gavin is there. Little does that goaltender know that Gavin will be all over anybody with the puck, especially on the forecheck. A4 sends this deep. Blazers clear the zone for Wyatt. Wyatt with a shot. That goes behind the net. The Blazers step outside of the zone. And steps in with a shot, and that's coolly handled by the opposing goaltender, who plays it off for his defenseman behind the net. A4 send this long with 5 seconds to go in their penalty. That'll kill off the remaining of it as Owen skates this behind Caden. Caden for Wyatt. Wyatt looking for Jacob, but they're offside. .224 remaining in the second. 1-1 is the score. Parker puts the puck up into the attacking zone, but that's flipped back in to neutral ice. Parker tries to step over the blue line. He's held up. The puck is popped back out. Tristan on the near boards retreats into his zone with the forechecker. Skates it behind Caden. Still in the A4 zone, the A4, or in the Blazer zone, the A4 get a piece of it, but the Blazers clear the puck. That goes up for Eli. Eli's tied up on the near side, and the A4 strip the puck away and pass it up to the far boards. A4 step out of the zone. Defense is in position. Jack pushes him to the outside. Holds him up in the near corner. Puck trickles down below the net. On the near boards now. Blazers clear the puck to the red line. A4 is there. Good forecheck by Daniel. Sticks with him. And Parker comes in to strip it away, hands it off to Eli. Eli turns and fires to the slot. Nobody there but A4. A4 dipsy-doodling. Behind their goaltender, Kovo comes in with the forecheck on. Trevor comes in and strips this away. Trevor from short range. Puck is loose in front. A4 clear it. Jack is there to flip it back inside. Trevor tries to make a play out of it, but that's broken up by the A4, and here come the A4 on the near side. Drop pass, gets around Jack, weaves through everybody, hits the post on the outside. Back up to the left point, and here comes Gavin. Gavin picks up the loose puck, he breaks away, shoots, tries to go across side, and goalie gets a pad on it. A4 flipped the puck out of the zone. This guy's just coming off the net. Clark and Jack, we're not going to let that happen at the buzzer. That'll be it for the second period. A scoreless second, as the score is still tied at 1 after 2 periods of play. All right, we got 16 minutes run time on the clock in the third period. 1-1 is the score. Caden ready to go. Daniel takes the face off. That trickles back for Tristan. He puts it up the far boards. A long shot. Goaltender plays this to behind the net. Inside the A4 zone, the A4s clear the puck, chip it off the boards. A4 from short range shot. Nice save on the 2-on-1. A4s now flip it in towards the net. That's broken up in front. Tristan looking for a pass up the middle for Jacob. Jacob with a nice little move around and a shot. Blocker save. Jacob in the far corner now battles. A4 puts it up to the near side. In their own zone, A4 skates the puck out to neutral ice, pops it ahead. And into the near corner, we've got a penalty coming up here. It's 15:01 to go as Tristan goes to the penalty box. I believe he said holding there. That ought to be 3 minutes on the clock run time. Doing it a little bit differently, I guess, this game. And Parker steps out of the zone. Here comes Parker one-on-one. Parker shoots, scores. What a shot. Beautiful snipe by Parker on the one-on-one. Pulls the Blazers ahead. Short-handed. 2-1. Little wrister is just eye-watering. Parker takes the face off at center ice. He gets it for Eli. Eli slaps it in deep. A4 behind their goalie. Parker puts a little pressure on. A4 clears the zone. Jack is there to put it back inside the attacking zone. A4 is again behind their goaltender. Pause, have a look. Find a player on the far boards. Go back and forth in front of the A4 bench. This goes back for Jack, who finds a lane and flicks it deep. A4 is behind their goaltender. Pass to the near side. A4 is setting up their play on the power play. Pass to the far side. Step over the blue line. Jack stays with him. The shot goes into Jack States and picked up by Eli, who sends this puck deep. A4 goaltenders plays it to the blue line. A4 steps over the attacking zone. A4 from the high slot. Cuts inside, shoots, scores. Top shelf to tie the score up at 2. 13:03 remaining in the third on the power play goal by the A4. A4 win the draw, step over into the attacking zone. A4 is trying to pull ahead here. They've got some momentum. Tied up in the corner. A4 shoots. Rebound. Poked out of the zone by Kobo. The head for Owen, but that's turned around by the A4 as Tristan races for it back in his own zone. Tristan on the near boards now. Skates the puck out of the zone. Steps over the blue line, is turned around. Tristan at his own blue line. Looking for a smart pass. Puck goes up the far boards. Owen to Gavin. Back to Owen outside the blue line. They stay on side. He can't get through the traffic in the A4. Step out of the zone. Here comes the A4 one-on-one. Tristan's with him. Oh, what a shot. A4 shoots from the short side and gets it between Caden and the post on a thread the needle snipe to pull the A4 ahead 3-2. Goody takes the face off at center ice. Clark for Goody. Goody puts it up the near boards. He's looking for Jacob. This trickles onto the A4 goalie. A4 behind their net. Puts the pass up the near side. Steps out of the zone. That's dropped. Jacob is there. Jacob Brown looking for Goody. Broken up by the A4. Jacob puts the forecheck on. A4 steps over the blue line. Jack picks this up. Puts it up for Clark on the near side. Clark for Jacob Brown. Jacob steps over the blue line. Dangles, but he's taken down. A4 now. Fires it out of the zone. Jack takes it in the skates. Little pass to Jacob, but that's in his skates. And here comes the A4 again with a shot. Nice blocker save by Caden. Pass to the point. Shot through traffic is off a stick and goes high. Bobbling puck is fed to the slot. Loose puck in the high slot. Goes up to the far corner, or the far point rather, and that's flipped inside to the near corner. Clark battles. He's got some help from Eli. Eli skates it up the near side, but that's turned around. Jack retrieves the puck in the near corner. He's got a little bit of room to move. Jack's going to skate it up the near board. Backhands it across for Eli, but that's just a little long, and the A4's got a stick on it. We've got a too many men penalty coming up against the A4. On the shift change. The official is explaining what he saw. I didn't see it. Somebody going off or coming on the ice playing it before the other was in position. 8:50 remaining in the third period. 3-2 A4 as the Blazers try to tie it up. Face off in the A4 zone. Blazers on the power play, put it on net. That's slapped aside. Behind the net now. That's popped out of the zone. Owen is there. Owen steps over. I don't think he touched it. He stepped over, not touching the puck, realizing he was offside. I thought he played that pretty smoothly, actually. Face off just outside the A4 zone. Pops back to the A4. Who finds some space and sends it deep. Tristan finds it behind his own goal line. He's tied up. Needs a little help. He gets some help. Tristan comes out with it. Puts it for Eli. Eli steps out of the zone. Backhand for Parker. Parker steps over the blue line into the attacking zone. He slows it right down. Draws in some players. Finds Daniel at the high slot. Eli right in front. Oh, wow. Eli with a little backhand, but that goaltender was all over it. Nicely played by Parker, slowing it down, bringing two defenders onto him, leaving the high slot open for Daniel. Parker wins the draw. It goes for Tristan. Tristan from the point. Finds Owen. Owen whips on the pass. Puts it down behind the net. Parker is there. He's got Daniel with him. Puck is popped up in the A4. Flip it out to the neutral zone. Owen gets there at the red line. Pops it off the boards for Eli. A4 gets a stick on the puck and retreats in their own zone. We've got 1:15 remaining in the A4 power play. The A4 steps out of the zone. Parker is there to strip it away as they battle in front of the A4 bench. Parker comes out with the puck. Weaves his way through some white jerseys. That's popped back for Daniel. Daniel pops off the board for Tristan. He's looking to feed the low slot. The A4 lob this out of the zone. Caden for Owen. Owen. Oh, looks for the pass. That's broken up. Shot. Nice save. The rebound. Picked up by the A4, but stripped away by the Blazers. Here comes Daniel. Daniel picks up some speed. Cuts inside, takes a shot. Nice save. Kobo is there to pick up the rebound. He flips it across for Clark to come in and play it. Goodie for Clark. Clark winds up, fires. A good hard shot. Goaltender got all of it. 5:52 to go in the third. 3-2 A4 as the final seconds of the Blazers, or of the A4 penalty wind out. Goody takes the face-off in the A4 zone. A4 fires this down onto Caden. Caden plays it off for Clark as he was being rushed. Clark for Kobo on the far side. That's in the official skates. Turn around by the A4. They step over the blue line. This trickles out for Jack. Jack makes his way around his forechecker. Steps over the blue line. Cuts to the inside. Takes a shot, but that goes wide. Behind the net now, Kobo battles. This goes up for Trevor on the near boards. Stripped away by the A4. A4 sends the puck ahead. Stopped by Jack. Jack puts it back for Clark. Clark behind the net. For Goody on the near boards. Goody put the pass across, broken up. Can't get the shot off, defense is there. Kobo puts this ahead for Trevor, but it goes too long, and that'll be icing. Called against the Blazers. 3-2 A4 is the score with just 4:14 to go in the third period. This is run time, so every second counts. Face off to Caden's left. Goes for Jack. Jack puts it up for his winger, Wyatt. That's turned around by the A4. They take a shot. That's stopped in front. Parker clears the zone. Makes his way through the defenders. Can't get a shot off. Jacob is there, puts it in front. That's held on to. Got a penalty coming up against the A4 here. So with 3:17 to go, 3-2 is the score in favor of the A4 as the Blazers go to the power play. I didn't see the call on the penalty, nor did I see the play. Although it might have been a hooking. As Parker takes the draw. It's over for Eli. A4 flips this puck out of the zone. Tristan is there. Tristan at his own blue line. He's got some pressure on him. Leaves it for Parker. Parker skates it behind his goaltender, picks up some speed. Parker through the neutral zone, steps over the blue line, goes to the near side, into the corner, looking for a smart pass to Tristan. Tristan back down to Parker, but he's covered. And we have an empty net, 6-on-4. Tristan now. Drops it for Parker. Parker steps over the blue line. Cross for Tristan. Tristan peels off. Has a look from the blue line for Owen. That gets by Owen. But he keeps it in and puts it in deep. A4 trying to clear it. Parker's in the way of it. Eli's there battling. Owen for Kobo. Kobo steps over the blue line. That's poked back. Daniel was there with a shot that goes wide of the net. Puck trickles back. A4 puts the Jets on Clark. Can't stop him. And the A4 put this one away to pull ahead 4-2. On the empty netter. Face off center ice with a minute and 8 seconds remaining in the game. Jacob steps over the blue line into the attacking zone. Pass in front, but Trevor is tied up. Clark comes in into the near corner. Tries to feed the front of the net. Loose puck in front. Jack gives it a whack. That's batted down by the A4. A4 can't clear it. Trevor is there. Trevor Puts it into the far corner for Goody. Goody feeds the front of the net. That goes behind. Trevor is there. Trevor passes in front. Backhand by Kobo is stopped. A4 now. 2-on-1. Good poke by Clark. Down below the goal line. Up for Jack. 13 seconds. Jack winds up, fires. That hits a shin pad. And the A4 are pretty happy to win this one. I think they've got quite a few call-ups today too. Pretty happy for their goalie, who might be a call-up, I'm not sure. Kids are in exams this week. It's a good game played by both sides. I'm not here tomorrow, folks. There is a game tomorrow, but it will not be live streamed. This was a fun one. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.